Hey guys, Awakening Animations, and welcome back to part 4. If you haven't been following, um, please just go and watch the first few parts where we make the blade and all the parts that we're going to be sculpting on. Um, Here I created these two small pieces off screen and just edited some of these pieces here. So this one has okay, it doesn't have anything on it yet. So yeah, let's select all of these quickly, Control IH, and we're gonna sculpt these pieces one by one quickly. Um, so let's name them Rock 1, Caps Lock, Rock 1, and let's name this one Rock 2, and Rock 3. Cool. So now we can go individually and sculpt these guys. All their origins should be centered, so let's just be sure to do that. Set origin to geometry. That one should still be centered, but anyway, origin to geometry. Okay, and now we can just go in individually and sculpt these guys. So once again, always keep reference on the side of your screen. I use PureRef. It's a really cool software and it's free. So yeah, I've got some reference on my side of the screen here while I'm sculpting, and let's do this. So we're gonna go into sculpt mode here. We could always just go into sculpting here, then I have to hide these other pieces individually, which is quite annoying. Okay, so let's just make a stroke here somewhere. That way we can zoom up there and do that stroke. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is add this modifier, multi-resolution, and subdivide, subdivide, subdivide again and again. And we'll most likely have to do it one more time. Let's see how this works. See if we grab the flatten brush, what happens here. Okay, so we still gonna go one higher here. So up to 5 for these stones seems like it. Edit mode, everything seems okay. Okay, so I'm using a tablet here. You can use a mouse, you're just gonna have to play with your strength and stuff. But yeah, you really can use your mouse. Okay, so first things first, we want to get a kind of sharp edge and some flat spots and things like that. So I'm gonna do not flatten. Let's see if I use scrape and look at the curve here, set it to kind of flat. That's maybe looking a bit more like what I'm looking for. Maybe still a bit harsh in some ways. I'm reacting quite weird here, but that's what we're trying to play with. Okay, so I've got a very sharp part, and the curve kind of tells us that. So let's go back to the original one here. So that's maybe what we want. So I'm going to bring my brush size quite up here, and we're going to bring our first kind of curve part here, and I don't want to affect this edge here, so let's kind of brush it in here ourselves, somewhat like that. And it really doesn't need to be perfect, okay? And we can see with symmetry that's really not working out, so should have thought about that. Symmetry here, don't want any. Okay, and let's try that again. So kind of want a flat spot here. I think my pressure, strength is still too much. Yeah, that's better. So I'm gonna kind of draw spots like that, because from one side it's going to create a flat spot, and from another side I'm going to have some edges created as well. So what I'm looking for is just different planes along here, and then we'll come through with the crease brush and define some more. So let's kind of define one planar spot going through something like that, and another flat spot maybe coming in there, and that creates this spot here for us. Okay, we want this flattened. Then we're definitely going to want creases down there, so let's bring in our crease brush here now. Look at the intensity, it looks okay, and we're going to enhance these areas just created, something like that, something like this, like that. We'll maybe bring this, redirect that, something like that. Okay, and we can come and define this inner edge here by doing that. In that corner, and we can kind of lightly bring this one like it's gonna meet there somewhere. Okay, and we want to do similar thing here. Let it meet there. And with this one, we could maybe have like that. Okay, so now that maybe we can define another one here. Somewhat like that. Okay, and now we'll come back here with our flatten. here I'm defining this plane by looking at it from one direction and just going and making smooth strokes along it, trying to define that surface. Okay, I can do the same here, just along. Just something like that. Okay, we don't want to do it too much. You want to do it enough so it's going to stand out. So one more here, and do this side. Then we can do this angle here. Finally this one here. And you can always just smooth a bit on it as well. Especially parts like that, and then just come and refine it again. Okay, so I'm just polishing here and there. We want to make sure we keep having smooth surfaces around these areas where we've scraped out. Okay, so again here I'm not completely happy with the kind of surfaces we have, but we'll just come in here with the crease brush and define our surfaces. Okay, so something like that can be what we're gonna do for this surface here. So once again, now we can go into our flatten here and just flatten out from one camera angle. Try not to change it too many times and just get that shape nicely defined. Make your brush a bit smaller and lightly go over it with the smooth brush. Okay, get this side here, and this angle like this, and we'll brush all along that from this angle. Okay, and just go with a smaller brush size and go in this corner here just to define that edge a bit better. And once again, don't forget that you can just smooth it out again to get a nice surface. Okay. So this is very tedious, as you can see, and it might take quite a while to do all of these on screen, and it could be really boring. So I'm going to finish this one, show you the end results, which still won't really define how it's going to look, because with materials and extra extra normal map details and stuff we can add procedurally will make a lot of difference as well. So here, just trying to fix the surface here, define that edge there a bit better. Otherwise it looks like it's going along quite well. It's getting a shape. Just define this spot here and smooth it out. Okay, so looking at it from this kind of angle, it's getting better. We can just kind of smooth this edge a little bit more there, or flatten it somewhat to kind of make it less sharp, a bit more rounded, natural look. And yeah, we can definitely go more detail here and add more planes and things. What's that layer? Oh, that's the one I wanted. Okay, so we can like really come and better define our edges there, really work them in nicer. Just the spray brush here. Okay, and that's it for this one, and we can move on to the next, which I'm gonna do off screen. So go ahead and sculpt whatever you want on your rocks. We'll go and add more details and stuff procedurally. You could of course go in here with a crease brush as well, with a really small brush, and adding your curve to something sharp, and then you can kind of come and do cracks in here to make it smaller, heavier, more strength. Then you can come and do cracks, and this is where the tablet comes in handy. So I can see now why I've been fighting so much with the sculpting. My tablet's not working. I have to close Blender down and restart it. None of my precious stuff was working. But anyway, sculpt your pieces, and in the next part we'll place it and finish up the rest. Hey guys, Awakening Animations here, and welcome to part 5 of creating a stylized axe in Blender 2.8. So if you guys have been following along, you'll see something different from yours to mine. All I did was I took this piece here, and yeah, I'm really sorry about this. I realized I wasn't recording when I did it, and anyway, it's not something that major. So um, I'm taking this piece here and I'm duplicating it and placing it um, all around here, kind of. So for this piece, I've only used one here. I used this one to make these two over here, and if you see from the side view here, it's kind of rotated kind of out as well. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what we want. Okay, so now we can go and grab another piece here, so say this one. And just another thing, make sure your pivot points or your origins are right in the bottom here. And the way you can do this is just go into edit mode, select this ring here, shift S, cursor to selected, and then in object mode, right click, set origin to 3D cursor, and just do that to all of these here. Okay, so I like to keep these here in place in case, I mean, it's easier to reach them. So we can just grab this one here, shift D to duplicate it, and maybe up here first to just get the position right. So we can rotate this somewhat like that and rotate it on X, say -90. Okay, so if we look at this one here, it's kind of not completely rotated like that. So let's go X and bring it somewhat back, something like that. Okay, and let's just put it there for now. So definitely it's a bit big, the shape, as you can see. We need to do some edits on it, and that's fine. Let's make it smaller at first here. So this one as well, it's going to be somewhat like that, and maybe we can bring this one up some more and rotate it more on Z, and then bring it in somewhat like that, so it's kind of sticking through there. Okay, and we can see this kind of tail here is connected on that. So I like this. I'm just not happy with the complete shape of it, but we can easily edit that with proportional editing on here and just kind of pull things, rotate things, pull them some more, and just to roughly get this shape kind of there, the points, and then we can just grab other vertices here and around here and just kind of shape this. Hoopla, wrong button. Okay, so just light edits in here, and there we go. We got our kind of crystal in there as well. So yeah, so we've got another one in here. It's going to be a bit different. Maybe what we can do is we can drop in another one like this, just because the shape is a bit more interesting. And this one's going to be more or less in this, how we're looking at it here. So we can just shift D, bring it up here, rotate it somewhat like that, and maybe slightly on, let's rotate it on X first. No, let's rotate it completely like that, then rotate it on X, something like this, and then we can bring it up somewhat like that. And I feel that it's gonna be quite a lot something like that. Okay, so once again this piece is going to be way too big, so let's do that and just drop it there. And of course here we're just going to bring this forward, rotate it out, see what we got. So it needs to rotate down as well, and this part needs to go inside there without us kind of seeing what it's doing. So this part's going to need some editing for sure. We're going to take that, and that. Why not those points there as well? Okay, and we can scale that down, bring this somewhat like that. Okay, and what we can do is take this whole loop here once again, if it wants to. Okay, and from the top here once again, we want to rotate this ever so slightly and put it in there. Okay, so I want it in here some more, so I'm just going to bring it in some more. Y, it's going to stick through, so we're going to rotate it again on the Z, and that's fine because that's going to then be covered by other pieces. So I'm happy with the placement of this one. I'm not happy with the complete size of it, so let's do that and bring this with proportional editing once again here, somewhat like that, and let's bring this in. Okay, okay, so there we've got that kind of shape over there. Not bad. We're kind of getting there. We're getting there. It's a bit slow, but we are definitely getting there. Okay, so let's drop one of these pieces in finally, in like this spot here. Okay, and matter of fact, no, we should place this one in there, I think, but we're gonna make some serious changes to this one. So scale Z, okay, and then scale Z a little bit again, and scale shift Z, make it a bit fatter, scale Z somewhat like that, and let's clear the rotation and scale here. Okay, so now we can rotate this one. It's going to be mainly like that, I think, and then something like this. Maybe we don't need to have it completely equal, somewhat like that, and something like this. Okay, so now we can take this and put it straight up in there. Have a look at it, scale it down, scale, shift Z, Z. Okay, so there we've got this kind of piece sticking out through there, and I think it's now that I'm going to use this piece here. Put it somewhat like that. There. Okay, so now, what the fuck? Ah, okay. Sorry, I thought I wasn't recording anymore. Sorry about that. Just need to open this thing. Okay, so I'm really sorry that I get lost in my head sometimes and don't communicate much. I still need to think while I'm doing a lot of things here. Um, anyway, let's quickly build these bottom pieces here. We can move all this sideways like that. And I definitely want this, maybe this one. Let's put this sharp one in the bottom there. So let's shift D this guy. Uh, we want the sharp part to be that side, so rotate Z, something like that. And then we can rotate this guy kind of into that angle there. Okay, so something like that, and now of course the editing begins. Okay, so one thing I just want to warn everyone here is don't add extra geometry here at this moment. We sculpted with the multi-resolution, and usually if you try and add extra geometry after the fact, it really destroys things. So really avoid trying to do that. You can really move things around, edit it the way I am now. That's no problem at all. As you can see, once we go back, it kind of retains that shape, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're really just coming here and trying to get this thing to suit the shape more or less. We can do all sorts of editing that we like to achieve this result. Okay, so here we want kind of arc in here. Blender 2.8 is so boring. I mean, boring, so annoying with its um, not selecting certain things when you're in wireframe. Very, very annoying. I really hope they fix that soon. It's really starting to work on my nerves. But anyway, who cares about my nerves, right? Okay. Conform to the shape a bit better here. Somewhat like that. Just make it hug things. And of course, this big one, we're gonna kind of put this one in here. We can edit it. So scale it down. Get it all the way in there. And then we can grab this part. Scale that down. Somewhat like that. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Scale it some more, bring it in. Have a look. Okay. So that's not too bad. We're gonna look at it from this view here and take it out this way, take it out on the Z some more. I want to make it cover this bloody hole here, okay, as much as possible. Okay, compass that there, take that way, and this one. So yeah, we really want to try and cover these holes here. It's not perfect, but it should do the job. What we're looking to achieve here, we want this part covered as well, something like that. We need all of that covered out. And have a look. Okay, still not quite there yet, but getting there. So we can bring that up somewhat like that, bring that down. So yeah, we're starting to cover things nicely here. Just need some more things like that happening in here. Kind of an overhang with these side pieces like that. Should be fine. Yeah, just about there. This piece needs to go up more. These pieces. Yeah, you can go down some more. And this piece here, a little bit more. Okay, that should be fine for shaping that part there. Um, can really try and shape that part better. Doing something like this. See what that does. Yeah, and don't mind this, it's actually just a shadow, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we got that placed. We've got a few more stones here to place in, but I'm gonna do this offline since it's gonna take quite quickly and it's repetitive. I'm just gonna basically place them and shape them, and in the next tutorial we're gonna finish up this webbing, um, make it look a bit better from the base here, and then we're gonna come through with sculpting and add our final details on here. At the moment I'm not happy with how this part looks. It looks really flat and I don't know, like it's not really adding this wrapping effect. So we're going to try and achieve that with the sculpting soon. And yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying the tutorial so far. This is what we've got. We're going to mirror this sides like this across so that we have the same on the other side. And yeah, things are starting to come together. Anyway, see you guys in the next part. Good luck. Bye.